Y'all, this is a wild story. So, as I reported to you all in a previous video, some underground tunnels were found beneath a synagogue in NYC. Now, apparently, these tunnels were first discovered in late December. People in the neighborhood kept complaining that they were hearing these weird sounds. One person said that they kept hearing what seemed to be like construction, but the sounds sounded like they were coming from beneath their home, as if there was some type of construction going on beneath their home. Now, another person said that they kept hearing voices in their house. They would wake up to the sound of voices in their house, and they would look and there was never anyone there. They started to think that they were going crazy, but no, they weren't crazy. It just turns out there were a bunch of Jewish people apparently digging tunnels, doing Lord knows what underneath their home. Now, the only reason these tunnels were found is because there was this plumbing job. They were doing a lot of works on pipes in the area, and they stumbled across this tunnel, and they found out that it led to the synagogue. Now, the excuse is that these tunnels were built during the lockdowns, if you will, because no one could go to church, no one could go to the synagogue, no one could go here, no one could go there. So they said that they spent the lockdown building tunnels underground to the synagogue. Now, is that true? I don't know. There's other reports out there saying that these tunnels were built within the last 6 months. So I'm not so sure at the time of this recording what's true and what's not. But what we do know for a fact is that there's a tunnel underneath the synagogue, and I have photos of this tunnel right here. Let's go ahead and take a look. I want you all to let me know, as you're watching this video, comment as much as you would want. Let me know what you think as we go through these photos, because, listen, I'm not trying to judge anyone. You know, I'm fine with everyone's religious beliefs. Do your thing. But when I look at these photos, it creeps me out. Were these people so desperate to go to the synagogue? Were they so desperate to do their religious thing that they built a tunnel because of the crazy lockdown restrictions? Or is there some creepy, weird stuff going on under here? This looks like a very weird, creepy place, right? It's not just me, right? I'm not trying to be judgmental here, but what in the hell is going on down here? I mean, listen, I'm not the most religious guy in the world, all right? I know that there's a lot of religious people watching this video from various different religious backgrounds. Would you go this far to go to church or to go to your place of worship? Like, I would just chill and, like, you know, praise God from home or whatever, you know, deity you believe in. You know what I mean? Like, light a candle or something, an incense, do whatever you got to do. But for the love of God, why are you building or digging underground tunnels beneath people's homes? And now there's a threat that some of these places where this tunnel is built under, there's a threat of collapse, structural damages. But as I look through these photos and, you know, just knowing a lot of the crazy, wild stuff that goes on in the world, this is not a good look. This is not a good look if you ask me at all. This looks like something from a horror movie. This looks like some place that you would take, you know, freaking people who you are trafficking. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't look normal. This looks very alarming. And I don't think that's a reach for me to say that. I mean, just think about chilling in your house, making a PB&J sandwich, and you're hearing voices. You think that you're going freaking schizo. You're going to the psychiatrist thinking you need therapy. Maybe you think you need some meds, but no, there's just Jewish people having church. They're going to the synagogue underneath your house in a freaking tunnel. Something that you would never think of in your wildest imagination. You know what I mean? Like if you were to go tell someone, there's Jews underneath my house in the secret tunnel, you would be considered anti-Semitic. You would be considered scum of the earth. But this is what is happening, right? I mean, what the hell? And like I said, I am not trying to jump to any conclusions here. I'm just simply giving my honest reaction to these shocking photos of this very shocking homemade underground tunnel beneath a synagogue. And I think it's so crazy because, you know, I've been covering the war over there in Israel, and we've talked about the crazy tunnels that Hamas has built. But we have Hamas building, you know, these crazy tunnels over there in Gaza. And here we have tunnels being built right here in NYC. And it's just creeping me the hell out thinking about mole people. Like, I'm glad that I live in an area where we can't even really have basements. I don't got to worry about people burrowing beneath my house like a freaking mole, but some of you all watching this video, y'all do. So maybe some of y'all ain't crazy. Maybe you just got people, you know, going to church. They're going to the synagogue underneath your house. Maybe that's what's happening. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just all I'm saying, if you think you've been hearing things lately, maybe your house isn't haunted. Maybe there's just, you know, some people burrowing beneath your house, doing whatever they need to do. You know what I mean? It's possible. And this story has shown us that. But I want you all to understand that we aren't even in the middle of week 2 of 2024. And this is where we're at. We got fake stories about aliens in Miami and real stories about underground tunnels in New York City. What these tunnels are being used for is obviously what we need to find out. I know that the chaos that erupted yesterday was because after these tunnels were found, the police came in, like shut it down, and they let them know, hey, we're going to show up and we're going to fill these tunnels with cement. But, you know, the people who, I guess, were members of that synagogue, or I don't know what you would call them, they showed up in full force. So they were there like fighting the cops, like, hell nah. Y'all are not about to shut down this tunnel. They were literally sitting there like eating snacks, drinking Cokes in the tunnel, like F y'all. And we started seeing like Jewish people start popping out of holes. People started getting arrested, straight chaos. Like the whole synagogue looks like it got destroyed inside. And I think it was like around 10 people were arrested. So, I mean, there's a lot going on right now. But as of right now, there's not too much information about what was actually going on here. And I'm wondering if this is a story that's just going to kind of be like, yeah, we found underground tunnels beneath the synagogue, nothing to see here. Because I need further explanation. You know what I mean? You don't just find underground tunnels beneath churches and synagogues and just say, oh, you know, nothing to see here, folks. Just people building underground tunnels for no apparent reason. No, like, I don't want to hear that. I need further explanation about this story, and I'm hoping that we can find out more answers. The only way to do that is to keep, you know, the foot on the gas and keep asking questions. So I'll probably have another video or two about the situation. But as of right now, let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is innocent? Do you think these people were just, you know, desperate to do what they wanted to do with their religious thing? Or do you think there's some creepy stuff going on? I will say the photos look very freaking creepy to me. And I would not be shocked if there was some very sinister stuff going on down there. Let's just say that. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, you can send a donation via CashApp or via Super Thanks. But for free, you can also help the channel by sharing the video, liking the video, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, all of that good stuff. Now, with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.